I thought it was going to be the
So,
Andor viewership numbers.
Oh
no,
no, that's
man.
also
So
funny.
this is just comedy gold. I don't know why it tickled me so much, but John Lithgow just doesn't give a fuck, and I love it. He just doesn't care. It's a complete disregard of everyone and everything. He doesn't care, and I'm
No.
here for it. I love it.
Yeah.
It cracked me up so much. John Lithgow says J.K. Rowling's anti-trans rhetoric didn't dissuade him from taking on Harry Potter series role. Why is this a factor at all? Yeah, obviously that's funny, but it gets so much funnier, so much funnier. Like talks about one of his close friends. He's like, yeah, no, I didn't care. No, I didn't give a shit. Like,
Yeah.
no. Like literally, one of his close friends has got a trans kid. He's like, I don't care. No, I'm gonna do it. I don't care. It's so good. Anyway, whatever. So it says this, right? John Lithgow is befuddled at how the author's sentiments factor into his decision to step into the role of Albus Dumbledore in the Harry Potter adaptation. Speaking to the Times UK, the Conclave actor said he didn't expect the backlash at his involvement, and that the censor by audiences didn't put him off from continuing with the project. I thought, why is this a factor at all? I wonder how J.K. Rowling has absorbed it. I suppose at a certain point I'll meet her, and I'm curious to talk to her. When asked if the criticism dissuaded him, oh heavens no. One, he's like, yeah, I don't understand why this is a factor at all. Yeah, I want to have a chit chat with her. I want to figure out like how she's taken the criticism. He's just doubling right down. He said, no, I couldn't give a shit. What are you talking about? I'm gonna have a good old conversation. I'm gonna have a cup of tea with her. So sit down, chat. Did the criticism dissuade me? No. It gets better. It gets so much better. When the veteran actor also said he wasn't put off, when a very good friend, quote, that's a direct quote, very good friend, who's a mother to a trans child, doesn't exist, but fine, sent him the link to an article titled An Open Letter to John Lithgow, Please Walk Away from Harry Potter. He admitted that the exchange was the canary in the coal mine regarding the ensuing backlash. So literally, a very good friend that's got a trans kid sent him a link to an article going, an open letter to John Lithgow, please quit your role. He's like, yeah, no, I didn't care.
Yeah.
I wasn't put off. I wasn't put off at all. My very good friend didn't put me off at all. Couldn't care less. Love this guy. What a legend. What a legend.
He's old school.
Well, hilariously. So when asked if he expected such condemnation, he goes, no, absolutely not. Of course, it was a big decision because it's probably the last major role I'll play. So he's like, yeah, I just took it because it's the last one I'll do. So he literally says it's an 8-year commitment. So I was just thinking about mortality and that this is a very good winding down role. He's like, I don't care about the backlash. I was trying to think about what I'm going to do for the next few years before I die. Oh, so funny. And then, anyway, so he also played Roald Dahl, right? And who was I didn't know this, was a well-known anti-Semitic person. Roald Dahl, I didn't know that, but fine, whatever. And he's like, no one complained when I agreed to play Roald Dahl, but I've received so many messages about J.K. Rowling. Isn't that odd? Yes, mate. That's selective outrage from these tards. That's what happens. Anyway, and then when talked about, you know, because he's American and he's playing a British person, he's like, I'll be following the great Michael Gambon. I'm not an Englishman, although I've played one on TV. I remind everyone that I did play Winston Churchill on The Crown, and I did just fine. I think this guy's just a legend. It's comical to me. I think it's very, very funny. I like the fact he just doesn't care. He's like, no. But I'll have a conversation with her and see how she's taking it, though. I don't care. But yeah, we'll see. This cracks me up. I love it when actors are so old or so famous that they just don't care anymore. And they break mainstream media's minds by not caring. Like that, you can just imagine the Times UK going like, what? your very good friend. What? Why didn't you virtue signal with them? What? It's like broken their fragile little mind, just completely fractured. Anyway, there's my thoughts. There's the piece. What do you reckon, Bo?
I've liked John Lithgow for years. Can you hear me okay, by the way?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I've liked John Lithgow for years. I really liked Third Rock from the Sun. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
completely
brilliant,
carried.
brilliant.
Most things he's in, most scenes he's in, he steals. So yeah, I've liked him for quite a while, and yeah, this is great. This is classic Lithgow as well in real life, John Lithgow. Yeah, you get to a certain point where you've got FU money and you're old, so you just don't care anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. Even if you're cancelled 100% tomorrow, it doesn't matter, really. Right? You've got all the properties and cars you've ever want, or whatever it is. So, no, yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, just completely unapologetic. Love it. Love it.
Brilliant, brilliant. It's so good. It's so good. It brings me such joy. Yeah, culture. What do you reckon?
No, I think he's a legend. I've thought he was a legend for a while. He basically could play any role. But as he pointed out in this article, which I read live on the 6 Minute Daily yesterday, I believe, he points out the fact that this is his last acting gig probably ever. So, this 8 to 10 year commitment is going to eat up any of his other opportunities because it's going to be such an intense shooting schedule. And he doesn't have all that many years left anyway. So yeah, I mean, for all the same reasons you guys have already mentioned, I mean, he just does not give an F at all.
No.
He doesn't care. So I look at it and I'm like, all right, well, at least he's able of telling the truth. He said he's going to have a conversation with JK if he gets a chance, but at least he's not sucking off the narrative like Pedro Pascal. So there's that.
Hate Pedro Pascal. What a loser. What do you reckon, Nick?
No, like I was saying earlier, Lithgow is old school. Like when they were blowing him up, he was probably sitting there going, "What is going on here?" Like he probably doesn't even pay attention to the culture and everything going on, and he's probably just dumbfounded. Like, what? Like who cares about any of this? Like what's going on with these people? Like what's wrong? Like he probably had to have somebody come in, like his agent or somebody come explain all this to him, just because he's just not in touch with that side of Psychoville here in the West. But yeah, he's great. I absolutely love him. He definitely does not give two F's about any of this crap. He's like, hey, it's a job. I took a job. It's a big role, for me. Like you said, it's my last big one. So yeah, good on him, and good on him for not bending the knee and being like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't do this, man. Everybody's upset, and then hey, I'm out. Like, oh, okay, I guess be mad. I'm still doing it. F y'all.
Absolute legend.
There's a funny bit. You've seen Cliffhanger.
Yes. Oh yeah.
There's a bit in that when, because he's like the arch baddie in Cliffhanger, isn't he? There's a bit in that when someone like calls him up or something, and he's just like, "Sue me." Do you remember that line?
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like that's the real John Lithgow. He's like, he says what he thinks. If anyone's got a problem with it, it's like, yeah, bill me. Like, what are you gonna do? It's happened.
I almost
an attitude.
I almost had a hard time buying him as a villain in that movie, even though I still liked him, just because of all of his previous roles that I've grown up knowing him in. It was weird and different to me at the time seeing him as a villain. But I love that movie, Cliffhanger.
Well, there we go. John Lithgow, the legend, slamming mainstream media down. No, Matt, don't care. Not interested. Love it.